There we go. So good morning and welcome to Surya Yoga. We are going to do a little flow that we did already this week. If you've been to one of my classes, just in another approach. We're going to do it in Surya style today. That means a bit slower, more focused on the poses. And we're going to start with the music. The playlist is Grishma, the early summer, and we started now. Okay, we start sitting down. Put your hands on your knees or on your thighs and softly close your eyes. Breathe out to arrive. To feel where your body is at, the room in which you are, mat on which you sit, the temperature of the room. And as you breathe out, you keep letting go. You keep letting go of anything that's not here with you on your mat. You keep letting go of all the moments that are not the now. Letting go of anything that has already passed, has already happened. And also letting go of anything that has not yet happened. To give your thoughts time to arrive fully in the here and the now, in this room and in the present moment. And we start pulling our senses inward to that inner space of yours, that inner room. Look around, see how big it is, much bigger than your physical body. Feel the temperature. Then slowly start to quiet down in this inner room of yours. Letting go of all the thoughts of past and future. To be present in the here and the now. And every time you feel that your focus slips, tries to run away to another moment or to the outside, take it lovingly by the hand and bring it back. Don't see that as a failure of meditation, but see it as an opportunity to really experience the difference between your thoughts and yourself. For what is running away is only your thought. Yourself is always in the here, always in the now, always peaceful, and always calm. With the next breath in, we lift the arms, look up to the ceiling and stretch the spine and open the eyes. Make yourself very long and then take your arms down on the side. Breathe out. Take your right arm over your head. Pull up your elbow and look up to the ceiling. Make sure your left shoulder is relaxed but not up to your ear. And really find length in the right side of your body. Change side. Take your left arm over your head. Really pull up your elbow. Relax your right shoulder. Find length on the left side of your body. And then with a breath out and a big circle, we turn forward and back to the first side. Breathe in. Breathe out, come forward, big circle, second side. Breathe in. Relax into that and then come back to the middle, lengthen. And with a breath out, you come to a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and then come to a big cat back, drop your head, wiggle your way in there. And then with a breath in, we come to a hollow back. Really relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck, wiggle yourself in there as well. And then close your eyes and start changing from cat back to hollow cow back. And try to listen to your spine. Try to listen where there is more softness needed, where there's more length needed, where you need space. Also maybe where you need a movement to the side. Let the body do the yoga and just wake up your spine a little bit. Come back to a neutral back position. Sit down on your heels, drop your head to the mat, and melt anything down into the floor. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, make your hips very heavy. And start rolling your head from side to side on your forehead. You can also take your shoulders with you in that movement. Try to roll the whole surface of your forehead to let go of all the small little muscles in there. Also, take a little visit to your jaw muscles and relax them as well, so that your whole face can become soft. With the next breath out, we come to the middle and to stillness. With the next breath in, we walk the hands forward. The next breath out, we drop the shoulders back to the mat. With the next breath in, we come up with the hips and walk even further with the hands. And then drop the heart towards the mat. Make your heart very soft and liquid. And if you can, try to put your head not on the forehead but on the nose, or maybe even on the chin, to open even further. With the next breath out, we sit down on the heels, relax again. Breathe in, walk your hands forward. Breathe out, tuck in your toes and pull your hips back and up to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward looking dog. Now here pretend that you're on a ship which is moving a lot. Shift your weight around a little bit. But in every movement that you take, try to find more length in your spine. You can bend your knees. The knees do not need to be straight in this position. Much more about the back than it is about the legs. And with the next breath out, we come to stillness and to balance in the middle, where you have equal amounts of weight in all four corners of the dog. Maybe shake your head a little bit, let go of your neck muscles. And then with a breath in, we roll forward with a round back to a plank position with the shoulders on top of the hands. Pull your sacrum to the back to keep a flat back. Pull your shoulder blades apart from each other to really push the floor away. Don't drop your hips. It's called plank, but it's not a line. Keep your hips up and keep yourself stable. Then we put the knee down onto the mat, and then we tilt the hips by pulling the sacrum to the sky, and then we breathe out and lower the heart towards the mat. And just before we hit the floor, we move the heart forward and up. Breathe in, open the heart, drop your shoulders, lengthen, Bhujangasana. Breathe out, sit back onto your heels. Drop into the floor. Breathe in, walk your hands forward. Breathe out, tuck in your toes, pull your hips back and up to Adho Mukha. Look forward in between your hands. And take a big step to Uttanasana, the forward bend. And when you arrive here, start to move your weight back and forth on your feet, from your toes to your heels. Really drop your head. Move your weight a little bit from side to side as well, to wake up all the little edges of your hamstrings. And with a breath out, we come to balance in the middle. With the next breath in, we come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head and breathe out in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a second. Drop your shoulders. Open your heart. Lengthen. Let go. And return inward to that inner place of yours where you can feel the difference between your thoughts and yourself. Where you realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the master of your thoughts. And with the next breath in, we lengthen, lift the arms, look up, open the eyes, breathe out, come down, put the hands left and right of both your feet, and then put the right foot back. And make sure that your back knee is not dropping, but straighten your back leg, and then move your weight around here as well. Try to keep both your hands flat on the mat. Wake up your hips a little bit. Make pretty big movements. Also here, try to lengthen your spine. And then make sure that you're not standing in one straight line. Maybe move your left foot a bit to the left, your right foot a little bit to the right. Keep that foundation here very stable, especially the front knee. Push it a little bit to the outside to keep that in one line, and then come up with your hand over your head to a crescent lunge. Keep your hips very, very soft. Elongate your arms over your head. Drop your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. And then try if you can move your arms behind your ears. Keep your neck long, your shoulders relaxed. Just open the heart, lengthen through your arms and through your spine. With the next breath out, we take the hands in front of the heart. Release your shoulders, lengthen your neck. And then with the next move, we straighten the front leg and bend the back leg and sit down onto the back heel. So we sit down to Skandasana on the back of our mat. Lengthen your spine here as well. If your back heel is off the mat, that is not a problem. Just try to lengthen your spine. That is the most important focus here. Don't hunch over like that. Try to keep upright and proud and look to the front. Breathe. And then from here, we try to creep our way forward to the inside of the front foot into a dragon position and stay as close to the ground as possible, like a little ninja. And then swivel the hips and come down. Look forward, keep low, keep your shoulders relaxed, keep your hips very, very soft. And then from here, we step back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward looking dog. Lengthen the spine. Drop your knees to the floor, sit down on your heels, drop your head, and relax for a second. Melt into the mat. Close your eyes and return inward. With your next breath in, you walk your hands forward. Your next breath out, you put in your toes and lift your hips to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward looking dog. Look forward in between your hands. Then walk or jump forward to Uttanasana, the forward bend. Drop your head. And with your next breath in, you come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head. Breathe out, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a second. Drop your shoulders. Open your heart. Lengthen your spine. Let go of your knees and balance. And lift your arms. Look up to the ceiling. Open your eyes. Breathe out. Come forward and down. Hands left and right of your feet. You can bend your knees. That's not a problem. And then bring the left foot back. We do the other side. Preparation. Here as well, make sure that you don't drop your back knee. Keep the leg straight, but drop your hip. And then move around again, like you were on a ship that's moving and you had to balance. Wake up your hips a little bit, your shoulders. Try to find length and softness. And then with the breath out, we come to balance in the middle. Make sure your right foot is a little bit on the right side, your left foot a little bit on the left side. And then we come up to crescent lunge. Hands over your head. Keep your shoulders soft. Keep your hips soft. Keep your front knee stable by pushing the knee a little bit to the outside. Straighten your arms and then try if you can move your arms behind your ears without pulling your shoulders up to your ears. Lengthen through your arms and through your spine. Keep your gaze forward and softly locked into one single spot. And with the breath out, we lower the hands in front of the heart. And we do the same thing as before. We sit down on the back heel and straighten the front foot. Gandasana on the back foot. Here as well, try not to hunch over too much. Try to keep upright, stay proud, relax your shoulders, breathe into it. Look forward still at that same focus point, the same drishti that we're going to keep through the whole thing here. And then from here, we sneak forward as close to the floor as we can, like a ninja, moving our hips into the second position, opening the heart forward, straightening the back leg. And then from here, we step back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward looking dog. Lengthen your spine and then drop your knees to the ground. Sit down on your heels, drop your head. Breathe out. Melt into the mat. Return your focus inward to the peacefulness and the wide open space. Place where your true self is resting below the surface of your thoughts. With the next breath in, we walk the hands forward. The next breath out, we tuck in the toes, bring the hips back and up to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look forward in between your hands. Take a big step to Uttanasana. Drop down, breathe out, and breathe in. Come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head. Breathe out, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a second. Balance. Lengthen. Open. Let go. And open your eyes and take that drishti again, that focus point, and then move all your weight onto the left foot so that your right knee lifts almost by itself high up in front of your heart. Really lock that drishti, that focus point. Release your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Then we open the arms to the side. We bring left over right, then bend the arms. If you want, you can just here grab your opposite shoulder, or you can push the backs of your hands against each other, or you can interlock your hands. 3 variations. Each is completely valid. The important thing is that you can stay with it a little bit. You can breathe. Then we wrap that high knee around the standing leg. Here as well, you have 3 variations. You can either put it on the ground, you can push it against the outside of your standing leg, or you can wrap it behind your standing leg. And then we sit down in whichever position you're at. That here is the same thing, completely valid. Do whatever you need to do. Keep the focus point. Keep your breath steady. Sit down. Release your shoulders. And then release your hands, release your leg, and come back up. Standing position, hands in front of your heart. Distribute your weight on both feet. Release your shoulders. Open your heart. Release your knees. Okay, other side. Open your eyes. Bring all the weight this time onto your right foot so that the left foot rises almost by itself or high up to your heart. And open your arm. Bring your right over your left. Grab your shoulders, backside, interlock. And then either put on the outside, push against the outside, or interlock. And then sit down into Garudasana. Breathe. Release your shoulders. Keep your gaze locked into one single spot. And as you're trying to lock your gaze, you will realize that your eyes will start slipping from time to time. Just like your thoughts try slipping from time to time in meditation. Exactly the same pattern, exactly the same practice. Then release, come back up, both feet to the ground, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a second. Both feet firmly to the ground. Try to feel the whole surface of your feet against the mat. And breathe in, lift your arms, look to the ceiling, lengthen. Breathe out, come forward and down. Drop your head and open your stance a little bit and sway from side to side or back and forth. Whatever you need to do, maybe bend your knees a little bit to really relax and let go. And close your stance again. Breathe out, drop. And when you breathe in, you come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head. Breathe out, hands in front of you. Take your drishti, your focus point again, and put your whole weight onto your right foot. Left knee comes up high in front of your heart. Open your arms. Pull your right arm over your left. Grab shoulders, backside interlock. Wrap the leg and sit down. So this is now the mini flow we're doing today. It is accompanied by the litany against fear, which comes from the book that the movie Dune is based on, and that is actually quite yogic wisdom. So the first line is, fear is the mind killer. It obliterates every thought. The second line, where we change into the next asana, is, I will face my fear. We open up and we step back into crescent lunge. Open your heart to the front, drop your shoulders, lengthen through your arms and through your spine. Keep the drishti that you picked during the balance and don't let it out of your sight. We go to the next line and the next asana, and that is, I will let it pass over me. We sit back. Don't let the drishti out of your focus. And the next line is, let it pass over me and let it pass through me. Move towards it. Don't let the drishti out of your sight. Next line. Until there's nothing left, step back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lengthen your spine. Bow myself. Drop your knees, drop your hips, drop your head. Close your eyes. Return inward to that place below the surface of your thoughts. The place where your thoughts can get still, where you are in control of your thoughts. With the next breath in, we walk the hands forward. The next breath out, we tuck the toes and move the hips back and up to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lengthen your spine, look forward in between your hands, and walk or jump forward to Uttanasana, the forward bend. Breathe out and breathe in. Come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head, hands in front of your heart. Release your shoulders. Close your eyes for a little second. Open your eyes again. Take your drishti again. Really interlock both of your eyes in that one focus point. Then move your whole weight onto your left foot. Lift your right knee in front of your heart. Open your arms to the side. Bring your left arm over your right. Grab opposite shoulders. Press back against. or interlock hands and interlock your legs by putting it to the outside, pushing it on the outside, or interlocking it behind the standing leg. Sit down to Garudasana. Breathe. Fear is the mind killer. It obliterates every thought. I will face my fear, open up and step back. Don't let the drishti out of your sight. Stay proud, open your heart. Stay strong in your foundation, relax your shoulders. I will face my fears. I will let them pass over me. We sit back to the back leg. Don't let the drishti out of your sight. Don't hunch over. I will let it pass over me and through me. We move towards it to the front side. Turn the hips, face the drishti, open the heart, drop the shoulders. Until there's nothing left, step back to Adho Mukha. But myself, drop your knees, drop your head, drop your hips. Close your eyes and return inward. Feel the emptiness of your inner space. See how limitless it is, how full of possibilities in any given moment. With the next breath in, we walk the hands forward. Next breath out, we tuck the toes, move the hips back and up to Adho Mukha. Look forward in between your hands. Big step or small jump. Breathe out, drop, and breathe in. Come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head. Breathe out, hands in front of your heart. Prepare for the second round. Take your drishti, relax, lengthen. Then move your weight onto your right foot. Lift the left one. Open the arms. Bring your right one over your left. Grab your shoulders. Press back against interlock. Interlock your feet. Garudasana, sit down. Fear is the mind killer. It obliterates every thought. I will face my fear. Open up and step back. Lengthen, open to the front. I will face my fear. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Keep your drishti, your focus point. I will face my fears. I will let them pass over me. Sit back to your back foot. Keep your focus point. Keep the length in your spine. I will let them pass over me and through me. Move towards it like a ninja forward. Open your heart to the front. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips. Until there's nothing left, step back to Adho Mukha. But myself, drop your knees, drop your hips, drop your head. Let go, melt into your mat and return back inward. Watch how the thoughts slowly quiet down if you give them time. Like the waves on a pond will quiet down after you've thrown in a rock. Your thoughts are like the waves on that pond. But under the surface, deep down in the water, there's always quietness, always calm. That's where your true self is, not the surface, much deeper. And breathe in, walk your hands forward, breathe out, tuck in your toes, bring your hips back and up. Adho Mukha, lengthen, look forward in between your hands. Step forward to Uttanasana, breathe out and then breathe in, come up vertebra by vertebra. Hands over your head. Breathe out, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a second, let go, balance. And then open your eyes, prepare for the second side. Take your drishti, lock your gaze into it with both eyes, and bring the whole weight onto the left foot. Lift the right knee in front of your heart, open your arms. Bring your left arm over your right, grab opposite shoulders, push back against back or interlock. Interlock your feet or put it to the outside and sit down to Garudasana. Fear is the mind killer. It obliterates every thought. Relax your shoulders. Keep your drishti. I will face my fear. Open up, step back. Open your heart. Stay strong. Drop your shoulders. Open your heart. Keep your gaze. Straighten your arms. I will face my fear. I will let it pass over me. Sit back. Keep your drishti. Keep the length of your spine. I will let it pass over me and through me. Creep forward like a ninja. Open to the front. Open your heart. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. I will let it pass through me until there's nothing left. Step back to Adho Mukha. Drop myself. Drop your knees. Drop your hips. Drop your hands. Return inward. Feel the space on your inside. And go below the surface of your thoughts to that place where you're always calm, always peaceful, and always in full control. And with the next breath in, we walk the hands forward. The next breath out, we drop the shoulders towards the floor. And the next breath in, we come up to a kneeling position. From here, try to open your knees, come up with your hips, try to bring your feet forward and see if you maybe can sit behind your feet down to the floor. If not, just bring your feet forward anyway, doesn't matter how. Then move your right foot under your left foot to your left side and pull it towards your hip. And from here, grab your other foot, pull it towards your other hip. If that is not working, if it's looking something like this, completely fine. This is just the general direction which we are heading. We want to have eventually the knees on top of each other, the feet on either side, but that here is completely valid as well. Just arrive wherever you're at. Then lengthen your spine. Drop your shoulders. And breathe in, lift your arms, look up. And then pull your thumbs and your elbows back to open your heart. Look to the ceiling a little bit and try to swivel your heart up towards the sky as well to come a little back bend. And release. From here, we bring the left hand on top of the right knee and move the right hand around. Look over the right shoulder and twist to the first side. When you breathe in, you try to straighten your spine even further. And when you breathe out, you try to twist a little bit deeper. And release and come to the other side. Right hand on top of the knee, left hand around your back, look over your left shoulder. Breathe in, straighten. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, straighten. Breathe out, twist. And release to the front. Breathe in, lengthen again, and when you breathe out, just drop over your knees as deep as you can. If it's looking something like that, it's completely valid. Just drop your head, drop your shoulders wherever you are at. Make sure that both your hips are firmly rooted into the ground. And release. With every breath out, try to drop a little bit further. And then we come back up. Put both your feet flat on the ground. And then we're going to turn the right side around ourselves and keep the feet where they are at. So we turn, 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 and sit down again. If that did not work, don't worry, just put your right foot up your left one. Root both hips to the ground. Move your feet into the general direction of your opposite hip. And close your eyes. Drop your shoulders. Arrive in that Gomukhasana. And breathe in, lift your arms, open your eyes, and pull your elbows and your shoulders back. And your thumbs as well. Try to swivel your heart to the sky. Come into a little back bend to really open up. And release. We bring the right hand on top of the knee. Move the left hand around the back. Twist. Breathe in and grow even taller, and then breathe out and twist even further. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist. Keep your hips firmly to the ground. Relax your shoulders. And then we move to the other side. Release, put your left hand on top of your knee. Right arm goes behind your back. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist even further. Release and come back to the middle. Lengthen once again to the sky, and then breathe out and drop over your leg. Release into it. Let go of all the muscles, especially your shoulders and your neck. Make your head very heavy. Allow your spine to become round. With the next breath in, we come up vertebra by vertebra. Release the feet and then roll over to your back. Roll around a little bit. Release your hips, release your shoulders. Make everything soft, maybe even change your feet a little bit to find other angles of your hips, roll side to side, whatever feels good. And then relax. Put your feet to the ground and then measure if you can just touch your heels with the fingertips and your feet are in the right direction, in the right position. Then we lift the right leg, put the right foot on top of the left knee, grab through that figure 4 here and either grab your thigh or your shin, doesn't matter which one, and just pull that leg towards you to make a little package. Relax your right foot. Just let it be passive. And then make sure that you release your shoulders back to the floor. Release your lower back to the floor. Lengthen your neck by making sure that you look straight up to the ceiling and not over your head to the back, but lengthen and look up. So release your shoulders, release your neck muscles. Then we let go of that leg that we're pulling towards us. Put the hands just to the outside. Keep the right leg passive, and with the left leg, we straighten, breathe in, bring the leg forward and down to the ground. And when we breathe out, we bring the leg and the knee back towards the body. The right knee just follows along the right. Breathe out, lengthen, bring it forward and down. Breathe out, bring your knee back in, little package. Breathe in, lengthen, bring it forward and down. Breathe out, bring your knee back in towards you. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, bring your knee back in. Lengthen. And bring your knee back in. One more. Lengthen. And bring it back in. Grab through again. Grab your thigh or your shin and pull it a little bit closer towards you. But make sure that your lower back stays on the mat, that your shoulders stay relaxed. Now, if you want, you can let go of that leg, straighten your left leg and grab onto your shin. If that is completely crazy, just stay here, compress, or grab onto the top shin of your leg and pull it towards you. And release. We change sides. We put the left knee on top of the right, the left foot on top of the right knee. Measure the distance. Then grab through, grab your thigh or your shin. Pull it towards you. Keep it close. Make sure your whole back is firmly rooted to the ground. Release your shoulders. Release your neck. Find contact with your mat. Then let go of your hands. Bring your hands to the outside. Breathe in, straighten your right leg. Bring it forward. Left leg just follows along passively for the right. Breathe out. Bring your knee back in towards your upper body. Breathe in, lengthen. Bring it forward. Big circles with your right leg. Breathe out. Bring it in. Breathe in, lengthen. Bring it forward. Make sure that your left leg stays passive. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. Bring your knee back in. Breathe in, lengthen, bring it forward towards the ground. Breathe out, bring it back in. Big circles, active range of motion in your hip. Okay, we do 2 more. Lengthen. Bring your knee back in. And a lot. Lengthen, bring it forward. And breathe out. Bring your knee back in. Grab through again. Grab for your thigh, for your shin. Pull it close. Release your shoulders. Release your lower back. And if you want, you can straighten your right leg and grab onto chin. Pull it closer towards you. But if you want to stay here, that's completely valid as well. You can get just as close with that method. Just a small difference between the two. And then release your leg. Roll a little bit from side to side. And start rolling up and down. And when you come up, try to lift your hips off the ground. That is a piece of cake. Do it with one leg or the other leg. Just lift them a little bit off the ground. And then we stop in a bend both your legs, bring them close towards your upper body, and then lean over those legs. Give your body weight over to your legs. Release your shoulders. Release your neck. Round your spine and bring your hands left and right of your feet onto the floor. Firmly root both your hips into the ground. And then with a breath in, you can straighten your left leg onto the mat. But keep the rest as it is. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your spine rounded. Keep your head heavy. And keep your body weight on your right leg, carrying you. And bring that left leg back in. Use the left leg to carry your body weight and bring the right foot back out with the breath in. Lengthen. Release your shoulders. Release your jaws and your forehead. And then with one of the next breath in, you can join your left foot to your right foot, but keep your hands here on the mat for a second. Keep your shoulders very relaxed. Keep your spine round. And then from here, you can grab onto your legs wherever you want. You can also grab for your feet. Just interlock yourself and then pull your upper body in length. Next time you breathe out, you try to drop even further into that Paschimottanasana. And the next time you breathe in, you try to pull the top of your skull towards your feet. Lengthen. Breathe out, drop. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, drop. Breathe in, lengthen. And then release, come up vertebra by vertebra. Move on over to your back. Give your legs a big hug. With a breath in, you lift your nose towards your knees. Make the package even more compact. And with the next breath out, you stretch your legs. Straighten your arms. Open them with the palms towards the sky. maybe lift your shoulders to let your shoulder blades melt together behind your back. Drop your feet to the outside and close your eyes. Let go of every single muscle in your body. Shavasana, the corpse pose. Just melt down into the mat. And then return to that inner sanctum of yours. That's based on the inside. Below the surface of your thoughts. That place where you will find always calm. You'll always find peace. You'll always find bliss and hope. And you'll always be in total control. And slowly come back to your mat. Move your fingers and your toes a little bit. Your head from side to side. Breathe in, lengthen, and then roll over to your left side and find your way back to a sitting position, easy as you can. Put your left hand on top of your thigh or your knee with your palm facing the sky. Put your right hand on top of your heart. And then take that feeling of bliss and control and peace that you found deep down below the surface of your thoughts and store it right here, under your heart, under your hand, and on top of your heart, so that you can carry it with you through your day-to-day life, and whenever you need it, you know exactly where to find it. Under your hand and on top of your heart. And bring your hands in front of your forehead. I wish for you the best of all possible intentions for anyone in your life, also for yourself. Bring your hands in front of your lips. I wish for you the right words that manage to be equally full of truth and full of love for anyone in your life, also for yourself, and especially when you talk about yourself or with yourself, and in front of your heart for a open and compassionate heart in any situation that you may encounter in this life or in the next. Daniela, thank you very much and hope to see you soon.